All right, everybody, welcome to The Right Angle, bringing you hot topics, culture, and news from all the right perspectives. I wanted to jump into some of the activities surrounding the upcoming debate between Donald J. Trump and the fraudster in chief, Joe Biden, and talk about just different things that are happening. I saw this news clip and I just had to react on it and really kind of just help folks understand what we're seeing from CNN. So let's jump into it.
Joining me now is Caroline Leavitt. She is Trump campaign national press secretary. Caroline, thanks very much for being here on the show. We played that to remind everyone that that was some of what they saw on the debate stage in 2020. Of course, President Trump went on to lose that election to Joe Biden. Can you tell us what Donald Trump is going to do differently on the debate stage this time?
Sure. Well, President Trump is well prepared ahead of Thursday's debates. Unlike Joe Biden, he doesn't have to hide away and have his advisors tell him what to say. President Trump knows what he wants to say, and he's going to relay his vision to the American people to make this country strong, safe, secure, and wealthy again. He's been doing that across this great nation to all corners of this country. That's why he was in Detroit, Michigan last week. He was in Philadelphia for a big rally on Saturday night, and that's why President Trump is knowingly going into a hostile environment on this very network on CNN with debate.
So you see that her entire disposition changed. She was already kind of in a defensive mode, but now you see just via her body language, just how offended she is. That's the starting bell of the triggering. Let's continue to see how this progresses.
Moderators who have made their opinions about him very well known over the past 8 years. And
look at her folding her arms. I'm pretty sure at this point she's not listening.
Their biased coverage of him. So President Trump is willing to bring his message to every corner of this country, to voters, to ensure that he wins this election in November. He looks forward to doing that, and I know the American public look forward to hearing from him.
So I'll just say my colleagues, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, have acquitted themselves as professionals as they have covered campaigns and
No, they have not acquitted themselves as professionals. Let's take a look at that professionalism real quick that she's talking about.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia. He did not mention Europe. South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. If you were to open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly.
So an obvious bias by Tapper. You notice how anytime a Republican, this is Trump, Bush, Romney, first Bush, Reagan, all the way back, Nixon, that anytime the Democrats want to sort of make an argument, they go back to the Nazi stuff. We know that Trump didn't say that illegal or immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He was talking about the felons and the people coming here from all around the world. Trump does not care about what color you are. Just because he's white doesn't mean he's a racist. So the position of the Democrats are always the same. Well, let's keep listening in on this interview.
Interviewed candidates from all sides of the aisle. I'll also say that if you talk to analysts of debates previous, that if you're attacking the moderators, you're usually losing. So I really want to focus in.
So she's not trying to attack the moderators. She is setting up the public for what's to come. Because we've seen in past debates that it has been 3-on-1. When you have a moderator, and if you don't know, okay, in a debate you have two sides, obviously, or whatever sides, and of those sides, the moderator is the one that sets the pace of the debate by topic focus and calling out lies. So you can't believe a guy in Tapper who just called Trump essentially Hitler is going to call out any lies that Biden makes about him. But you can guarantee that any lie that Biden says about Trump, he will not call that out for Trump. And if Trump tries to retort, they're going to mute his mic.
on what these two men are going to do and say when they stand on the stage. Now we have a little bit of what Donald Trump, your boss, has said in trying to set expectations for this debate. I want to play a series of his comments, and then we'll talk about it. Watch.
Well, maybe I'm better off losing the debate. I'll make sure he stays. I'll lose the debate on purpose. Maybe I'll do something like that. I assume he's going to be somebody that will be a worthy debater. Should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
So he's basically saying there, well, will I let Joe Biden win? It does seem as though many Republicans have set the bar very low in terms of arguing that Joe Biden is basically senile.
So it's not the Republicans that have set the bar low. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, ever since really I would say 2022, Joe Biden has been in a real decline. If you have any grandparents or anyone that you know in that age bracket, you know that it's onset of first stages of dementia. You see the guy wandering off into nowhere. You see him shaking hands with air. You see him falling all over the place. He's making up words. He's doing all this stuff that just doesn't make sense. That a man who has his hands on the nuclear button shouldn't even be close to. He should not be allowed to be there. But that's not really the point here. But you see what CNN is doing. They're setting the stage to trap this individual, this spokesperson, into a corner. And if you look at it, Caroline is not having it. She is not having it at all.
Now you have people like Doug Burgum coming out and saying, well, President Biden's very accomplished, trying to set expectations in a different place. What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking my
Trump to
colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues.
So we saw the Jake Tapper videos, and I just showed you guys just a few clips, right? But it's obvious this person is not a fan of Donald Trump. You bring in a moderator who is not, or who is biased, then essentially Trump's camp has a right to, call that out. And, calling it out on CNN is a very powerful move. So they're setting up the stage here. And if you don't remember, Trump has been calling out Biden forever to debate him. If you don't follow politics like I do, you had in Arizona where Hobbs wouldn't even debate Katie Lake, and she somehow won that county. We know there was a lot of shenanigans there, but I digress. Democrats don't debate on their ideas because Democrats don't have good ideas. Their ideas cannot stand on fact, right? Their ideas are all based upon emotion, and you see that displayed here with this CNN anchor who is in a very unprofessional unprofessional manner, is getting highly distraught and defensive. But the spokesperson here is, she's staying true to her guns, which I really appreciate.
I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf,
and I
am
will
willing
do
to
that.
have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate.
So you see how her voice starts to strain. She's trying to gain composure. She is searching for words. She can't even finish sentences. This is a person that's been triggered. This is a person that is emotionally compromised in this moment. And we're supposed to look at this person as some kind of professional, as some kind of unbiased arbiter of truth. It's the same people that say that we need fact checkers, who are really just people pushing a narrative. So this is her reaction, and her defensive posture is just more proof of what the spokeswoman here was saying about this debate with CNN. It's Trump walking into the lion's den, but I think he's going to come out on top, because really, for Trump to win that debate, all he has to do is kind of just really allow him to talk, allow him to state his positions. Joe Biden's going to come out there with a bunch of lies that these moderators are not going to correct him on. He's going to come out and say, well, he said in Charlottesville, very fine people, Nazis were okay. They're very fine people. That was a hoax. He's going to come out with the bloodbath. Oh, he said if he loses, there's going to be a bloodbath. No, he was talking about the car industry, another hoax. He's going to come out about Russian disinformation. Oh, the Russians, allowed him to do X, Y, Z. That was another hoax. It was paid for by the Democrats. So, we've seen the lies. We've seen them play out many times over the last few years. So Donald Trump just does something to these people. I mean, TDS is a real thing. And we see it displayed here. But I think if we're thinking about what's to come in the debate, like I said, I think the debate should be Donald Trump just letting Joe Biden speak, because we know that unless he's hocked up on drugs, he can't speak. But we'll know he's hocked up on drugs if he's like super angry, like he was in the State of the Union, just like this old man screaming at his kids or screaming at people to stay off his lawn. I think that's a lot of what we're going to get, and people are just going to see that more. It's going to be a very high-profile thing, but you'll see, CNN cut to commercials, during times of Biden lapses, right, doing whatever they can to help him. So, but it's just to be expected from the left. That's just who they are. But anyway, thank you for allowing me to speak on this item, allowing me to speak on this issue. Tune in again for the next edition of The Right Angle. Thanks.